Don't forget, we're giving away 2 copies of EA UFC 4. All you got to do is jump over to the video that's going to be linked up above, hit that like button, subscribe to our page, leave a comment on that video, tell us what kind of console you got. When we get to 500 subscribers, we're giving away 2 copies of EA UFC 4. Now we move on to the co-main event of the night. This is ruthless Robbie Lawler, the former 170-pound champion, versus Neil, the Haitian sensation, Magny at 170 pounds. Robbie Lawler is the number 13 ranked UFC welterweight fighter right now. He's an American with 28 wins, 14 losses, and 1 no contest on his record. He's 38 years old, 5 feet 11 inches tall with a 74-inch reach, and he made his UFC debut back at UFC 37. Lawler is 13-8 in the UFC, defeating former champion Johnny Hendricks by split decision to win the belt. He was able to successfully defend that belt twice before he lost it to Tyrone Woodley by knockout in the first round. Unfortunately, Robbie Lawler has gone 1-4 in his last 5 fights, and he's currently on a 3-fight losing streak with a decision loss to Colby Covington, a technical submission to Ben Askren, and a decision loss to Rafael Dos Anjos. 2 of those are former UFC champions. Ben Askren's a national champion and Olympian, and a former ONE FC world champion as well. So he's done nothing but fought world championship and top-level fighters for the last several fights, and that's all that he's lost to. He did defeat Carlos Condit by split decision. He beat Rory McDonald twice. He one time won by split decision, and then the other time he finished him with a 5th-round knockout in a vicious, brutal fight. Robbie Lawler is the former Elite XC 185-pound champion. He's the former Icon Sport 185-pound champion, and the former Super Brawl 185-pound champion as well. He has 20 knockouts on his record, 7 decisions, and only 1 submission. You know Robbie Lawler's not coming out there to look to take you down and submit you. He's going to come out there and fight and scrap. In his losses, he's lost 6 times by decisions, 5 times by submission, and he's only been knocked out twice in his entire MMA career. Now, he'll be going against Neil Magny. Neil Magny is an American, 33 years old, 23-7 in MMA. He's 6 feet 3 inches tall, and he has an 80-inch reach, the longest reach on the entire fight card tonight. He made his way into the UFC as well on the Ultimate Fighter show, where he went 3-1. And since then, he's gone 16-6 inside of the UFC. Magny's on a 2-fight win streak, both of them coming by decisions over Anthony Rocco Martin and Jingliang Li. Neil Magny is a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with 13 decision wins on his record, 7 knockouts, and 3 submissions. Magny has, however, been submitted 4 times, knocked out twice, and he has lost 1 decision. Magny holds 2 UFC records right now. He holds the record for the most consecutive fights in a year, and that's 5. He shares that with a few other people. And then he also has the record for the most consecutive wins inside of the UFC in a calendar year, and that is also 5. There's only 2 people in the UFC that have done that, and he's one of them. Ultimately, though, however, I think that Neil Magny is going to be a little bit too long for Robbie Lawler. Like I said, he's 4-1 in his last 5. They have been championship level guys, but Neil Magny's looked good, and he's done a great job of using his height and his range, especially having the 80-inch reach. I think he's going to be able to keep Robbie Lawler at the end of his punches, and he'll be able to pick him apart throughout the 3 rounds of that fight and then end up winning a decision.